Linnéa Bäckström. This is Peter Ljunglöf. He will take over soon. Before I start, I just want to say who we are in this project that we are working on now. And it's Benjamin, who is the project leader. It's Maja Andreasson, also from Gothenburg. She's not here right now, I think.
No.
Stefan Höda from Kiel. He's not here at the moment. Christian Blensenius. And Peter is also the computer linguist. Computational linguist, sorry. The ones I've mentioned so far is normal linguists, you know. And we also have Jonathan Uppström, who is just computational, I think. So that's the team here. I will give you some short background of the Swedish Constructicon. So we started building this in 2013. We had a financed project, and Benjamin was the boss then as well as now. And we worked during 3 years to build up this large-scale digital database. And from the beginning, we had the aim to be a resource for both linguistic interests and also language technology purposes. And so from the beginning, we worked quite close to Språkbanken, now Språkbanken Text. And to begin to collect construction candidates, we used different ways of methods, so to speak. For example, we focused on some constructions that we thought might be problematic for L2 learners. And we also developed methods, automatic search methods with the help from Språkbanken computational linguists. And we also did a sort of translation of the Berkeley Constructicon. So we tried to see if we had equivalents in the Swedish Constructicon. And then we also a bit more randomly put in, like if someone had written student essays on certain constructions, we put them in the Constructicon as well. So in total, now we have around 400 constructions, and they are of different kinds. Most of them are, you know, semi-schematic, and they are of different hierarchical status. Many of them are quite, how do you say, quite further down in the hierarchy, you know. So there's a great diversity, but we also think now that might be a plus when doing comparative work. We have different kinds of constructions. So in the database, we have, you can say, 7 fields of information. Most of them are of morphosyntactic structure. And I can show, I don't know if you can see this, it's quite small, but on top you have the name. In this case, it's adjective as nominal people. And since it's also a construction in the Berkeley Constructicon, we have this below. And then we have types. To this, we have construction and also, in this case, implicit entities, you could say. We have category, and in this case, we have a nominal phrase. And in this case, we also have a frame from FrameNet, which is aggregate. And then we have a free text definition. We have inheritance. In this case, we have a more general adjective as normal. And further down, we have keywords. In this case, the definite article in plural. And then we have the internal construction elements. And then we have some annotated examples. So that's basically how a Constructicon entry looks like in the Swedish Constructicon.
And there's also links here, so that's, well, I think every construction element is linked here, I guess.
Yes.
And also in the examples.
Yes. And also, since we work with Språkbanken, we also have this lexical resource as a pivot called Saldo. So the keywords, in case
this is the link to Saldo.
Yeah, this is a link to Saldo, exactly. So as Ben has already described, we did this trilingual equivalence work with the Berkeley Constructicon and the Brazilian Portuguese Constructicon. And just as he said, we had a good result. but it was very time consuming and it was quite biased to the descriptions in the Berkeley Constructicon. So now we hope that using comparative concepts, we can make this more efficient for multilingual constructicography. So now we have this new project starting this year, and our aim now is to link all the constructions we have to comparative concepts and also to FrameNet frames, and also systematize the Constructicon we have and also get more, how to say, coherent hierarchical structures and get the more general basic constructions, the mother of the mothers, so to speak. So as I said, this is how a construction entry looks like in the Swedish Constructicon. And at the moment, we don't show the comparative concepts. We have only just begun working with that. So, but if you go into the edit mode here, it can look just like this. So we just add concepts with text like this. So for the adjective as normal anaphoric in this case, we have 3 concepts: anaphoric head construction, we have headless strategy as a strategy, and type identity semantics. So this is how it looks for the moment. Then I'll hand over to Peter.
I have one slide. We haven't come very far with this, but we got this appendix from CAW in spring with a big list of almost 1,000 comparative concepts as the Word document. I was a bit scared then to how to get that into a database, but it's really I think it's the most formalized Word document I've ever seen because it's extremely it's like a database. So it was quite easy to write an automatic parser that parsed the concepts and put them in a simple database. So this is how it looks like a bit. And then that's similar to what you've done. So we have just started talking about how to merge our databases. So every concept has a certain type that has a name. There's some aliases. They can be called different things. Can have associated concepts and then a definition. And the definition contains links to other comparative concepts. And I think I've been able to parse at least most of these links so that we can then make it into actual links that refer to concepts. So we get this, not the subtype of, but the other
Associated to.
Associated to and so on, yes. So that's the database we have started building, and that's what we're trying then to put into the Constructicon, Swedish Constructicon. And we've also started talking with the Brazilian Constructicon about, well, how to get let's see, a Constructicon independent way of describing these links between different Constructicons. Now we're getting meta. I think that's what I have to say.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.